what would be the most positive that you can take from it? Mine would be connection to family, reconnection to nature, discovering some very, very beautiful places that I live right next to that I didn't previously know existed. So, as we've just started again, awakening on a global scale. For everyone on Facebook, hello. Welcome to now. Remembering that now is the only time that ever exists. And today is the only day. And as I always say, it may not be the best day ever, but you can make it the best day possible. All depends on what you look for, because what you look for you will see. And this isn't all some spiritual mumbo jumbo. This is all neurological. It's scientifically proven. The way that the mind works, the subconscious mind, it can only process so much information at any given time. It takes shortcuts, if you like, and it looks for what it is used to seeing. Yes, brother. So what you look for, you will see. If you look for negativity in every situation, and I know this personally from my own experiences, if you look for negativity, you will see it, I guarantee you. You look for something to make you angry, you will be angry. If you look for the positivity in every situation, at least you give yourself the opportunity to see it. You may not see it. There may not be anything positive to take from it in that moment. But if we look back upon a situation, maybe there is. The death of a loved one. At the time, there's no positives there, other than maybe if they were in a position of suffering, their passing has ended their suffering, but then we're suffering ourselves. So then it comes back to the truth that the love that I feel, or the hatred that I feel, it's all felt by me. So if I'm suffering because of another person's actions, if I'm suffering because of the global situation, then who's creating that suffering? Who's experiencing that suffering? Who can end that suffering? Well, the answer to all three is me. The suffering is being created within me because I am not accepting whatever it is that is taking place. It's like if you go outside and it's raining and you get wet and you become agitated and angered at the rain. Rain's rain, it's wet. You can't control the weather. Not yet anyway. But you can control your reaction to it and what you do with it. You take an umbrella with you, you stop yourself getting wet. If you don't, then again, who's the fool? You are the one creating or experiencing the suffering, and it is only ever you that can end your own suffering. We are the creators of it all, or nothing at all. I create everything. Everything I experience is my creation through the manifestation of it and the attraction of it to me on a vibrational frequency. Everything we experience is experienced through the mind. And that brings back that old terminology. I don't mind, and my son, my eldest son, doesn't mind anything. And that is another positive to take from COVID. He has become so used to having holidays cancelled, having days out cancelled, having this, that and the other cancelled because the stupid man with the floppy hair says so, that he has become used to not minding. Do you want to go left or do you want to go right? I really want to go left. Oh, well, actually, left's closed now. We have to go right. No, I wanted to go left. Or, do you go left or do you go right? I don't mind. See which way the wind blows. Oh, look, left's closed. Should we go right? Yeah, don't mind. Just stay here if you want. Well, that feels a lot nicer. Well, this, I need to do this. I need to control. I need to be very masculine and in control of it all. Okay, now I look like my dad there. Yes. Or you can go left and become stuck. Very, very beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Nathaniel. And it is good to see you again, brother. Yeah, if we don't acknowledge the fact that the left path is closed, if we don't accept it, then we can still try and drive head on into it and just smash and crash and burn, and then blame the tree for falling over and blocking our path. Is it the tree's fault? Is it the wind's fault? Or is it, again, the only person who ever has any decision over your life in truth, which is you? If we, let's say, to use the terminology, have sheeple and lions, then again a positive from the current, I won't say the word, plan, de, emic, pandemic, that wasn't planned at all. That one that we all know about, yeah. I received another strike today for something that was from months ago. The current situation has, as you said, it's brought us all closer together. Christy, on a global scale, there is so much fear and confusion taking place. And with the separation from each other, there's no longer quite so many external factors to blame. We used to be able to say, oh, it's my boss's fault, I don't like my job. But now you work at home all the time and you still don't like your job. Whose fault is it? Your boss's or your own? Your own for not making the decision or the choices to change the current situation. Beautiful. Trust in the divine and it will all be fine. It'll all be okay. In fact, it'll all be great. Trust in a higher power, and that is spirituality. It's trusting in something larger than the self. It's believing in something larger than the self, even if it's just collective consciousness, even if it's just energy, even if it is an all-powerful entity. Whatever the belief, it's believing in something larger than the self, which instantly dissolves the ego. Let me take you on a real mandate. Nice dinner somewhere. Go watch a film after. We haven't got to walk hand in hand, skipping through the park, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for standing for what you believe in. I have many people that are having to go through the same situation at present. And it's history repeating itself. We don't need to do what we're told to do. We've just become so compliant and used to it that we just blindly follow. Go left, go right, go left again. I'm not getting anywhere. I want to go over there. If I just go in a straight line, I'll be there in a minute. No, go left and right loads. It'll take you a lot longer. We'll keep you confused. We'll keep you anxious and in a state of fear. This is the media. But again, my biggest appreciation from this current situation is that they have actually taught me everything I need to do, everything I need to know to create the reversal of what is currently in place. So if yin and yang counterbalance and complete one another, the forces of repression and control, the people that sit aloft the pyramid spitting down upon us, they've taught me and everybody else that's been listening and watching exactly how to play them at their own game. And as we know, light will always fill the darkness, the goodies always win. We have already won. There is no battle to fight. We have already won. Life. Life is the prize. It truly is. When we look at it that way, when we look for the things to appreciate and to be grateful for in every day. And just to come back to that breath again, as the most recent post that I just put up before starting the live. If we all breathe together, everyone now, take a breath with me. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. As you do, picture, watch as that beautiful universal pranic life force energy enters into you, flowing around you, gifting you the opportunity, the adventure that we call life. Without the breath, there is nothing. We all know that we need to drink and we need to eat so often in order to sustain our life. But the breath is never really talked about. The breath is taken for granted more than anything else. And it is one of the most powerful and beautiful tools that we have. And any time that you feel disconnected or separated or alone, remember this simple truth. That breath that you are breathing, that air that is flowing through you, becoming part of you, connecting to you, well, it's the same air that I'm breathing, that I am connected to, and it is part of me. So therefore, I am part of you as you are part of me, as we are all that was or ever shall be. Universal energy, dancing rhythmically, playfully and majestically in this beautiful adventure, this play, this game that we call life. And even scientifically, they cannot deny that this is right. Whatever way you look at it, spiritually, matter-of-factually, mathematically, it is all perfect. It is just the mind that does not believe this at times. It's the mind that tries to control outcomes of unknown situations or tries to change ones from the past that it has no control over. Don't mind it. It doesn't matter. To go back to my son and his beautiful learnings from this current situation, he doesn't mind. So therefore it doesn't matter. And that puts him in a place of authentication and ownership. He's very aware that if he invests too much of his mind into any given thing, that it may end up mattering. So Buddhist, so middle path. And without the mind, take the mind away, that's it. There is no matter. It's just energy vibrating at different frequencies. It's only the mind linked into our senses that can perceive what we appear or presume to be solid or liquid or gas. Well, it's scientifically proven, but nothing can really ever be truly proven because of the potential of infinity. So what am I getting at here? What I'm saying is if you don't mind something, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Don't mind the fact that there are things taking place around you or even to you that you would rather not experience. Because if you do mind it, then it does matter. And then it becomes an issue and something you need to overcome. I'm not saying let's all just sit down in the mud and give up. I will be the first person that has stood on the very front line of that battlefield when it comes to it. I work tirelessly in the astral, continuing to bring balance to the equation, as I know that there are many countless beings upon this planet and around this universe around the multiverse that do the same. Yes, beautiful. And that's what we focus our light of attention upon, we grow. I really mind that thing over there, so I'm going to just look at that thing over there because I really mind it. And then, hang on, all those beautiful things. My children have grown up and left home, and I missed it because I was so minding on that thing over there. All of the happiness and joy has passed me by because I was so minding about what was over there. And I guarantee you, maybe not you, definitely not you. Most people, most human doings, in their last moment, their last breath, if you said to them, I'll take you back to your worst experience in life so you can relive it. Do you want another year? Then you have to start in that worst experience and go through it again. They'd say, yes, please. I'd like to experience anything, even the worst moments, rather than the end of it. Yes, see it, observe it, let it go, accept it, learn from it, separate from it, and go back into that beautiful ownership. Everything has the potential to be used to our benefits. The shit of life is my favourite terminology. Accept everything is potential. Somebody gives me a stinky pile of shit. I'll be like, well, that's not my shit. What are you giving it to me for? And I might become angered. Or I might go, oh, thank you. My garden needs some fertilizer. Thank you for this shit. I'll take it outside and dig it into my garden and grow my flowers in it. It's the same shit. It's just the way you look at it. And life is shit. Don't get me wrong. We're born, life's shit, and then we die. So it is what we do with that shit that decides our life and all the experiences within it. And I've used the shit of my past to lay very, very powerfully strong foundations so that I can build that kingdom, that world of true equality for all upon. Without the hardships of the past, I wouldn't be the man I am today. And I rather like the man I am today. In fact, I love you, me. I can't look in my own eyes in here. I love you, me. Give it a go tomorrow. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look into your eyes. Look right into the very depths of your soul and say 3 times, I love you, me. And then go out and just enjoy the day as you would otherwise. So simple, tiny little changes. Imagine that there is a line that's taking you from now to the end of your life. We could call it a timeline. If you were to go half a degree off course, over 10 steps you're not going to notice, 1,000 steps you're not really going to go far wrong. But over the course of a lifetime, even the tiniest change in the frequency of the being that you are will take you to a completely different end of story, end of game, than the one that you are here to experience. So then, we come back and do it again and again and again and again and again until we fully accept that without the darkness, there is no light. Without fear, hatred and anger, there is no love. Without one thing to relate to the other, both of them become meaningless and obsolete. It is only because I understand that I have a right hand that I know that I have a left. So, it's only because of the current situation and the feeling of global separation and repression that I know that I am free. I was born free. Everything I do is my free will. I live free. And I will die free. And I would rather live stood upon my own 2 feet, free for a day, than on my knees as a slave for a lifetime. And once again, you all know this, I pledge my very existence to this quest. The freedom of humanity from the people, let's just say, that are in themselves just become misled, separated. We're all beings of love and light. Even the most narcissistic, demonic fuckwits out there, they're still beings of love and light. They just have many, 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 many generational layers upon layers upon layers of darkness covering that light. But if you look hard enough, or if you just accept them as they are, then there we go. You're free from them. That is true freedom, being free from another person's actions or thoughts of you. To be free is to truly be me. Unapologetically, authentically me. Hey, Dad. Did you see I said I looked like you? Are you still on here? I can't do it now. Hello. That's not it right there. I'm very much looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, Dad. I love you. I love you, Dad. And without you, there would be no me. I wouldn't exist. And it did take me a long time to accept this truth. I am my father. And the son takes upon the sins of his father. But then that's all part of my learnings and my growth, and that's what has now allowed me to understand at the depth that I do this fabricated reality. Without you, there is no me. And I love me. So thank you, Dad. And I love you. I don't know what's going on with the internet. It's being very, very temperamental, to say the least. Shwish, shwish. Right, did it? No, let's not put that there. Right, thank you. Thank you all. Anyone watching back on Instagram or Facebook, comment below what's your most appreciative moment of the last 2 years. What positives can you take from COVID? Because if we start to all look at it with love, then love will dissolve anything that is not love into love, and then, oh, look, it's all just love again. You can't fight darkness. You can't remove darkness by adding further darkness. You remove it by adding the light. There you go. Come on, people. Look for the positives and give yourself the opportunity to see it. I see it. I see you.